What's up, Idle Ninjas? It's Aaron here with another video. Today we're going to start with a new series that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be basically a newbie guide. So today we're going to go over the top 10 common mistakes or questions that I see a bunch of beginner players ask. First one is battle power. So in order to see your battle power, it's going to be on the top left hand corner right over here, just right below your character portrait and right above your coins or gold. So this is the biggest newbie mistake that I see, that they rely on this. Except one of the biggest noob traps in my opinion. The only way or the best way to gauge your power is to go in your stats. Under my info, you'll see that your attack or magic attack depending on your build. That brings me to point number 2 is focusing on both of them. So I'll see a lot of players, they'll put gold and levels into both of these, not just specifically picking one. So ideally you want to go with attack or magic attack depending on what you want to do and how you want to play. Biggest things between the two is attack depends purely on penetration and multi-shot, and magic attack is mainly AoE, so it doesn't really need those to scale its damage and to clear the map very fast and to progress. Tip number 3, or mistake number 3 I see, is not promoting your sureties. Basically, I see a lot of people just upgrading them and not promoting them. So basically, you do want to upgrade, promote them, because you'll get this mastery bonus of like attack speed, cooldown, and penetration depending on the tier. So you always want to get your shurikens to the maximum level and then go on to the next one. The only thing that I would say it doesn't really matter about doing that would be for legendaries. If you're gonna go physical, basically you want to make sure that you get your run and your heat wave maxed up to the highest level, and then all the other 3 you can pretty much just promote them so you can get your divines, and vice versa. For magic attack, you want to do sandstorm and heal as your level up, and promoting your heat wave, your skull, and your runway to get your divines. And tip number 4 is figuring out what sureties you want to use. You want to make sure that they synergize well with each other. You don't want to use sureties like physical and attack together. I see a lot of people doing that. Or you don't want to just use this highest sureties that you have. I see a lot of people doing that too. They'll go into their sureties, and if they have all the legendaries, you'll see them with all the legendaries. And that's not really good, and it's inefficient for their build and for progression. Tip number 5 is spending rubies inefficiently. So basically, the only thing you want to spend your rubies on are going to be your shuriken gachas of the 100 pulls and castle extensions once a day. Those are going to be your best bang for your buck as an early beginner player, early on in the game. I wouldn't focus too much on getting your tomos or your pets early on. Maybe once you get around the heroes and legendaries, shurikens, then you can start worrying about that. But that's after mastering normal, advanced, and rare. Tip number 6 will be your daily missions. So your daily missions can have several different kinds of rewards, like your pet food, XP potions, raid tickets. I think you get some craft stones and all that kind of other stuff, some other garbage. So you just want to make sure you utilize those missions as efficiently as possible. Depending on what you're working at the time, depends on what you're gonna go for. So like raid tickets are great if you're trying to work on your equipment. The pink food is great for getting the closeness for your pet, so you can continue exploring and not having to actually switch out pets and use and kill stuff to get the closeness ups. XP potions are great because you get more XP for your pets, and that's less, you gotta sit with them and level them up. So like I said, it all depends on what your goals are and what you're working on at the time, whether or on what to pick for your missions. Step 7 is trying to farm an area that's too high for you. So I see this a lot. People will go into areas that are way too high for them, and they're dying like every 30 seconds. And that's really bad, because you gotta remember, you have a death cap of 30 seconds every time you die. So if you're constantly dead on that death screen, you're losing out on a lot of time of farming, where you can be getting gold, XP, and levels. And then step 7 and 8 go together. So the next one is staying in an area too long. You don't want to stay farming in an area too long, because that can hurt your XP and gold gains too, as well as slow down your progression. So what you want to do is you want to go to a zone and monitor for about 5 minutes by going to the 3 little dots in the right, or lines at the top right, and go to power saving. And in this right over here, you'll see a stopwatch. and then once you start killing, you'll see your gold, your XP, and the stopwatch goes right below it. And basically, you want to make sure, you know, do this for about 5 minutes each zone and see which one's best for you. And if the higher zone's better, stay in the higher zone. If not, go back to the other zone. Number 9 will be not joining a family. A lot of people don't join a family when they can, and actually it's really hurting you, because when you're in a family, you actually get stat bonuses of HP, attack, magic attack, and crit damage. The higher the level of the family, the better the stacks are. But as a new player, you know, you won't be able to sometimes see a high level family. So join a family that will allow you to join basically level 5. It's totally fine. 8, 9, doesn't matter, as long as you get into a family and get the stat bonuses. The last tip, tip number 10, will be people not doing their castle properly. They'll jump straight, like just do castle whenever it's open. So Monday through Wednesday, you want to do it during hot time basically, so you can get that extra bonuses. Monday is going to be your gold, 50% extra gold. Tuesdays are your 50% extra XP, and Wednesdays are going to be your 50% extra item drops. Doing them during this time is really great because Castle already has great gold gains and XP, and with those buffs, you just increase your gains more and it helps you progress farther. And not only that, you can actually use your ad buffs from the shop, and that stacks with the hot times. So basically, on Mondays you'll have 75% gold gain. Tuesdays will be 75% EXP, and Wednesdays will be 75% item drops. And you can also stack that with, on top of that, with a 50% XP buff, which sometimes you'll get right here. You'll get those from like Santa events. You'll get them from ninja passes, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes they just send them out as rewards just for playing the game. And basically they'll stack with your hot and with your 25% buff. Since they're all different buffs, that will give you 125% more XP, gold, or item drops, and it's just great for your progression. Doing them any other day doesn't really matter when you do it. Thursdays are nice because you get some attack and HP buffs. Fridays are going to be your attack speed buffs. I mean, you can do them Thursdays and Fridays during the hot. It doesn't really affect you that much. Just you don't want to do them on Saturdays and Sundays, because hot time for Saturdays and Sundays is increased goblin drops. And goblins, when you kill them, drop goblin chests, which are these ones right here. And when you open them, you get the little red flower cookies, and you get rubies. So you don't want to do hot during that extra buff time. So that's pretty much it for the tips, the tricks, the newbie mistakes that I see. If you guys have anything to add to the list, or you can think of anything, just drop it down in the comment section below. For the next video, just drop that down in the comment section below. And I don't know what I'm going to do next for the next video for this series. I have some ideas, but I'm not too sure what to do exactly yet. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so you can know when I make the next video. Till the next video, see you guys.